Well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Guess what we're having for Burger Wednesday? We've decided to use burger and make homemade sloppy joes. Now, obviously this is a heck of a lot more than 2 people's worth, so what we're going to do is we're going to break out the canner and kill 2 birds with 1 stone again and make sloppy joes for us for dinner tonight and can the rest. So let's get started processing these ingredients. Tonight's ingredient list is 4 pounds of pre-cooked hamburger meat, bell pepper, onion, tomato sauce, ketchup, prepared mustard, salt, pepper, apple cider vinegar, I'm not going to pronounce it, we call it Liam Perrin, and some sugar. All right, we're going to use the best piece of kitchen equipment on the planet, Lodge Dutch oven. So I have pre-chopped frozen onions. It calls for 2 cups, and that's obviously not 2 cups. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some freeze dried and throw it in there too. Then the water from the peppers and the onions should rehydrate that. If it doesn't, it'll get it from the pasta sauce. So that's about a cup. That's about 2 cups. We're going to stir that, get those reduced down and heated it through, and then we'll on to the next step. All right, so it looks like the freeze-dried onions went ahead and rehydrated pretty well. They look pretty good. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in all of the pre-cooked hamburger that we had in the refrigerator or the freezer. This was at the point that we just needed to get this used up, so. All right. That's a lot of hamburger. Okay, so we're gonna heat this through and then we'll add all the sauces. Next step, we've got the hamburger heated all the way through. We usually put about 2 cups of ketchup. I'll call that 1. We'll call that 2. We'll use about half of the tomato sauce because this is a quart jar. And half of a quart jar is 2 cups. We need about a tablespoon of prepared mustard. We'll get that stirring up. All right, at this point, if it looks like you're not getting enough coverage on the sauces, go ahead and add some more. A little bit at a time. I just like to start with the 2 cups at first, and then we're at 3 cups of each. I also want to add in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I mean, just a touch. And I don't know about y'all, but Liam Perrin's just like levels it up a little bit when you're messing with sloppy joes. We're gonna add some black pepper to taste. Teeny weeny little bit of salt. And then to cut the tomato acidity, there is sugar in the ketchup, but I like to put just a little bit more just to kill that acidic tomato. And we'll keep stirring. We'll do a taste test, and if we like it, we'll plate it up, eat some dinner, and then we'll move on to canning. Well, dinner was amazing, and now this is what we have left. So the next thing on the list is to can this up. So we are using quart jars, and we are putting this in just as it is. This requires an inch of headspace, so we will debubble. But I want to get as much in here as possible using the funnel. Okay, we're close. We're gonna leave that alone. Let's do another one real quick. We are going to use my electric canner, so I think it holds 4 quarts. I don't know if we're going to need all 4. It looks like we're probably going to need 3 quarts. Doing our best to keep food off of the rim and off of the table. Yeah, 3 it looks like. That's gonna be perfect. Super duper close. We have to, we'll add some tomato sauce on top to fill these. All right, we're close. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a spoon real quick and we'll even this out. And if we have to put some tomato sauce on top to get to that inch headspace, we'll do that. Okay. Just even. That looks about good, eh? Good enough. All right, let's get that tomato sauce we have left over. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And we'll put just a little bit on the top. Get to that 1 inch. And we still have to debubble, so keep this out. All right. Well, go get a knife real quick. Run that down the inside of these jars. So make sure we got it all good. Okay, we lost a little bit there. That's great. This is why you always debubble, even if it's liquidy, because you're gonna get some air pockets in there. Okay. Looks good to me. Now, could you stir this in? Yeah, it's gonna make a big old mess, so I'm not gonna do it. And per usual, you wanna take some vinegar and wipe the rims of your jars, run through, make sure you don't have any chips. This does have sugar in it, so we wanna make sure we get all of the fat and the sugar off the rim, because this is the contact point of the lid. Yep, we're good. Okay. We're gonna put 3 brand new lids on. And rings, finger tight. And these are ready to go on the canner. So we are going to use our electric canner because we only have 3 quarts, and if you've seen my other videos, you know the rest of my canners are massive. So I have my instruction manual because I don't use this very often, so we're gonna make sure we use the actual directions. So it says place your filled jars in the canner. We've already put the 8 cups of water in there, and it does have a thing on the trivet on the bottom. All right, close and lock the lid. All right, we are closed and locked. Attach the pressure limiting valve. I have the right one on. Then we're gonna select high, and then we're gonna do the time. The time is 90 minutes. And then we are going to set the pressure limiting valve to exhaust, which it is, and then we're gonna hit the start button. Now, what's gonna happen next is it's gonna go through this countdown. It's gonna vent like a canner normally does. Then I've gotta come back one more time, move the valve over to airtight, and then hit start, and we'll do our 90-minute countdown. So now the canner is at the E10, and it says pressure canner will automatically count down. And once we get to the countdown, we turn this to airtight, and then it'll start canning. So we'll get some steam coming out of here in a minute, apparently, and then we'll move this dial. And we are blinking 0. We have steam coming out, and now it's time to go airtight. And now this will start a countdown here shortly, and it'll regulate itself until the canning time is done. And per the directions, there's the 90 minutes. And the steam coming out is the regulation of the pressure that it needs to go for the next 90 minutes. So what's great about this canner is it shuts itself off and you pretty much can walk away now. You don't have to do anything until you hear it beep again. So there you go. So it was very late at night whenever this finished. And as you can see, all three sealed. We did a really good job. They're bubbling, it's good. We did have some siphoning, so you'll notice that some of the liquid is gone and the water in the canner is dirty, but I'm okay with that. So until next time, bye y'all.